Pallav here from nothingwired.com, and today we're talking about the brand new Samsung Galaxy J5 in 2016 version. Now this is the 2016 version. Obviously is the J series of phones. Samsung India has released the J5 and the J7, and we already did an unboxing of this particular device. We had a first look. This is the full review, so I'm not going to go too deep into the unboxing. I'm just going to show you what's inside the box very quickly. You can see it's a very colorful box. On the back side you have some quick specs. So it's definitely smaller than the J7 2016 version. It has a 5.2 inch screen. The J7 has a 5.5 inch screen. We have the gold version. You also get the white and the black version. Here you'll find the warranty card, the original log guide, the SAR value, SAR certification rather, and then the quick start guide, the 1.5 ampere wall charger, the micro USB 2.0 cable, and the pretty entry level earphones. Two of the biggest differences between the J5 last year and J5 2016 version are, number one, now the J5 comes out of the box with Marshmallow Android 6.0, and bigger than that, in the design front, it has an actual metal ring on the side instead of just a metal accent plastic ring that the J5 last year had. Now taking a close look at the hardware, as I told you, have a gold version. The backside has this nice woven silk types texture. If you can make this out, there you see. But this part is plastic. You have the front here, which is, yeah, obviously that's a very glossy screen out there, but as I was talking about this part, this ring is metal. Even those buttons are metal. They give very nice tactile feedback, and the volume button is also separate now, as in two buttons out there. The J5 earlier had a single volume button. With the usual ports around there, you can open the back flap. That's the camera, 13MP camera, and your speaker grill and LED flash. Your front camera, the front camera also has an LED flash. That's a good thing. You can open the back flap, and here you have the 3100 mAh battery plus 2 micro SIM card slot and the micro SD card slot. This guy already comes with 16 GB internal storage, and the micro SD card can support up to an addition of 128 GB. Now this guy is powered by a Snapdragon 410 chipset. It's a quad-core chipset. I think 1.6 GHz clock speed, 2 GB of RAM, and that's 16 GB of internal storage. A fairly powerful device, but there are more powerful devices at this price range. Now that's a pretty modest 5.2 inch HD resolution screen. It has a Super AMOLED screen, so obviously you'll get very good viewing angle. You see, even you can see the icons. Even from there, the color does not go off, but a fairly average resolution. Nothing much to talk about the contrast ratio, color contrast ratio, or the crispness of the display. Now, one of the main advantages of the J5 this year is that it comes with Marshmallow out of the box. Android 6.0 is the latest, and at this price point, getting Marshmallow out of the box is quite an achievement, and that could be that could place it in one of the rare devices at this price point. Now obviously you get a heavily custom TouchWiz UI, which itself is quite light and does not have many bloatware, but then it goes bone deep into the stock Android ROM. Now when you go here, you can see in the software info 6.0.1, and those are some of the apps. This page is all our apps. We're testing some games and stuff, even 3D Mark, but apart from that you get all these other ones. So you get the usual Google Android app, some third-party apps like Microsoft and Opera Max to save your data, and My Galaxy app, S Planner. Those are some of the in-house apps. Some more in-house apps here. Yeah. But otherwise, if you've been using Samsung device, this will feel very similar. Nothing comes from the bottom, and then there's a notification bar. That's how you go ahead and you edit your notification, and then that's Flipboard briefing. Yeah, long press here, and you can add widgets, themes, and you can also change the screen grid and stuff. Let's quickly take a look at the 13MP camera. Not exactly zero there. You can start your video recording from there. You can capture stills, recording video there. And there's the front camera. which is good, and it's pretty wide. It also has that LED flash, so your low light selfie is gonna be a breeze. And it's not a widescreen sensor, so at 13MP you get 4:3 aspect ratio, and then some of the other things. Max video recording goes is full HD. So we checked out the image and video quality of this device, and they are very good from the at this price point. Basically, it's probably one of the best cameras at this price point. I don't know if Samsung's been making their own sensors, because I think they make their own sensor for their cameras, and they make some pretty good sensors. So if this is their own sensor, they're doing a very good job. And if they are also using their own sensor in the S7, that's the best camera in the market right now. So some pretty good sensors, and under enough light they give pretty good detail, almost natural color output. I would say the saturation at times goes slightly over the board, but I would take that because the camera automatically processes the JPEG. It does not have a RAW support. Videos are also sharp enough, but under low light they tend to gather a lot of noise. Overall, and much above average camera. So you've seen that the sound is not very loud, the bass is also not that overboard. In fact, it's quite flat. It has bass, but just below average. Treble is there though. Overall, I think it's a below average sound quality. Now we did some benchmark and gameplay testing on the J5 2016 version. We made some dedicated video. You can check them out in the links that I might be providing over the screen. But this guy, well, did fairly well, above average, but obviously not among the top devices. So then guys, here we are, Samsung Galaxy J5 2016 version. Do you think you want this? First of all, if you like Samsung brand, if you have this budget, then J5 is a very good option. However, we'll come to the J7 also when we do the full review of the J7. The J7 actually has a better processor, although it's an Exynos processor. It's a better processor, it has a bigger screen, and only 2000 Indian rupees difference. So you have to think that. But for J5, we have Marshmallow out of the box. We finally have a more premium design at this price range, and Samsung had to do it because a lot of this Chinese manufacturer are coming with this all metal design, mostly iPhone 6 copies, but still they are premium design. So Samsung had to give this mid-range phone, the J series, at least some metal backup or some premium look, so you get that actual metal side ring. Overall, it stays faithful to the traditional design, but then for some who's been actually seeing this device for a long time, it might get quite boring. The sound quality is average, the camera quality is great, the design, I would say it's matter of subjective, but for me it's slightly below average, mainly because it's the same design over and over again. And the screen is a Super AMOLED screen, but it has an HD resolution. So this is kind of a paradoxical device, you know. You might like some of its aspect, you might not like some of its aspect, but overall I think the device still fares above average. But they are better devices, better performing, more good looking, better build, and with more specs devices at this price range from some of the smaller manufacturers like the Chinese manufacturers, for example. But still, it holds its ground in its own terms. If you like this video, please hit the like button, ask anything related to this, and we'll try to answer them all. And please subscribe to our channel and share this video to share the love. Ciao.